What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I will be reviewing episode 163 of Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. Now let's get into the categories that I rate the episodes out of. I rate the episodes out of 10, and I break it up into three different categories. The first category is art. The artwork was pretty good in this episode, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Animation pretty good, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. That's the second category. The third and most important category, storytelling, was a 9 out of 10. For this type of an episode, I give it a high grade, even though the story wasn't amazing or anything. But I give it a high grade because it served its purpose good, which is setting up stuff to happen in the future. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Overall, the overall rating is a 9 out of 10 for the episode. It was a good episode. It served its purpose, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the rating. Now, as far as what happened in the episode, Amui, it started where the last episode left off with Amui talking to Boruto, and Konohamaru and Mujino showed up, and they were basically explaining to each other what happened. Apparently, Amui and the other two people who was with him. They got sent by the Raikage to search for the Hashirama cells. Because they heard a rumor that the Hashirama cells was uh, like surfaced in the Land of Silence or whatever. And yeah, Konohamaru basically introduced Team 7 to Amui. And yeah, they pretty much had a back and forth for discussion. Um, the positives of the positives from that portion was I like seeing they kept Amui's character intact. How he's always overthinking about everything and always basically stressing himself out or overthinking about certain scenarios that could happen. That was pretty funny. I'm happy they kept that in there. Um, the con is I think they spent just a tad bit too much time with the talking, not just in that portion of the episode, but throughout the episode as a whole. I think they spent a tad bit too much time talking, like with characters, uh, not only with Amui, but also other characters. Um, they just spent a little bit too much time on talking, I think. Anyways, what ended up happening was the guys who escaped with the Hashirama cells. It was revealed that their home country was the Land of Haze, or should I say, their home country is the Land of Haze. I don't know where that is. I got to look at a Naruto map to find out where exactly that is. But yeah, I don't think we've ever seen ninja from that place before. I'm assuming it's around the Hidden Cloud Village, uh, or around the Land of Silence, since that's the area that they were in the Land of Silence. So I'm assuming it's probably a border nation of the Land of Silence. And yeah, and the core member, the anime exclusive core member, Dapa, him, it was basically shown that he was basically going around interrogating people and killing people, and he found Boruto and everybody who was with Boruto because he thought they had the Hashirama seals, but he found out that they didn't have the Hashirama seals, and he was pretty much talking to him. Uh, and he said introduction. There's no need to introduce himself because everyone who sees him dies, and that means he's gonna kill them. Everybody who sees his face die, and he said he's gonna kill Boruto. Now that line itself was pretty stupid to me. Like I get they're trying to build him up as a big threat and trying to get us to, you know, have some fear for Boruto and his team or whatever. Just trying to make him, build him up as a good villain or whatever. But yeah, that line was pretty stupid because that's literally impossible for everybody to have ever seen you in your life to be dead after seeing you. I mean, I guess unless maybe all right. So I guess it doesn't necessarily mean he kills everyone who sees him, but everyone who has seen it up until that point has died. Okay, maybe you can argue whoever his family was, he killed them at a young age. I mean, he killed them eventually, or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's a minor point, but I just don't really like that line. Um, so yeah, Amui and his team, they told Boruto and Boruto's team to go continue pursuing the guys from the land of Haze, and he's gonna fight Dapa. And Dapa knocked out Amui's comrades, and Amui put up he tried to put up a good fight, but everything he did was pretty much getting countered or just wasn't doing any damage to Dapa. So yeah, that's pretty much where that fight left off. They showed a little bit of action, a little bit of fighting between Dapa and the Hidden Cloud Ninja. Hidden Cloud Ninja couldn't do anything to Dapa though. So yeah, that's to be expected. I mean, Dapa is a member of the Inners of Korra. He's an inner member of Korra. There's no way that some random shinobi from the Hidden Cloud Village should be able to do anything to Dapa. And Amui, he's the only one who's not necessarily random because he was already in Naruto Shippuden. Uh, and he participated in the Fourth Great Ninja War, and he did some great things in the Fourth Great Ninja War. But still, he shouldn't be fighting any core members, and he shouldn't be doing any damage to any core members. So the way they portrayed that was cool. Me personally, I would have liked to have seen. See, so Dapa, and here's a negative. Now, well, technically, this is not a negative, but it could end up turning into a negative. The way that they're portraying Dapa right now is very similar to how they portray Urashiki. We already had a villain like this in Boruto, and Urashiki, just like Dapa, he was an anime exclusive villain. However, he's still kind of canon, and he relates to, well, because the Boruto anime is canon itself. But he was a part of the tuning exams arc, which was something that was adapted from the manga, but he was just added in there. So, anyways, with Dapa, they're kind of portraying him in that same way that they portray Urashiki, where he doesn't take things seriously and he's always nonchalant and cocky when he fights. I just don't want them to go down that same path because we already had that with Urashiki. But not only did we already have that, also when you have a villain like that, um, like it kind of wastes it wastes up it wastes too much time when you have a villain like that. Because when you have a villain that's just not taking a fight seriously and they're just barely trying, it it, it literally wastes time because you're gonna have a whole drawn out fight that could take like roughly a minute to 2-3 minutes of this guy just fooling around when he could have just ended the fight early. It's just a waste of time. I don't want to see that. If he's way stronger than whoever he's fighting, just have him take out whoever he's fighting and then go about his day. Or, continue the episode, continue the plot. Don't waste time having this guy do absolutely nothing. Because he really wasn't doing anything in the fight. I mean, he was just punching. All he was doing was using taijutsu pretty much. And he still hasn't shown any of his jutsu or abilities. Now, like I said, it's not a negative right now, but it could turn into a negative if they continue uh, portraying his character in that way, where he's just constantly joking around and not taking things seriously and wasting time. So yeah, that's that. And towards the end of the episode, Boruto and his team, they ended up running into one of the shinobi from the Hidden Haze village, because out of the three shinobi from the Hidden Haze village, uh, one of them decided to stay and fight against Boruto's team, and the other two continue to go to the border of the Hidden Haze village, and they're taking the Hashirama cells to that village. Now, also, they said that they needed that village needed the Hashirama cells for their village, and it looked like the episode was gonna go into a little bit of sad backstory, but we didn't fully get that. So I'm curious to learn more about these shinobi. Um, and also in the next episode, I think it's called Forbidden Jutsu. So this guy, it looked like he has some type of yellow curse mark on his body. I highly doubt it's like a curse mark similar to like the curse marks or the markings we've seen throughout the series, throughout the Naruto franchise. But it looks like he's gonna be using some new type of forbidden jutsu. So I'm curious to see what that is. Overall, the only nitpick I have with the episode was it was a little bit too much talking, and they could have cut some of that talking down. And um, the whole thing with the fight between Amui and Dapa, I think they did a good job with it. Obviously Dapa is supposed to be stronger than just random Jonin from Hidden Cloud Village. Uh, so yeah, they portrayed Dapa in a strong manner as they should because he's a member of the Inners of Korra. The negative is the only negative from that fight is Dapa was just playing around the whole time. Thus, he was pretty much wasting time. But the pro is we got to see Amui use his skills. Now, granted, we did see him fight in the fourth grade ninja war, but it's cool to see maybe some of the new techniques he may have learned. However, I don't think he really learned. I don't think he really showed anything new. Because all the stuff he did was just sword slashes and stuff, and we seen him do that in the fourth grade ninja war. Also, Dapa lightning style was ineffective against Dapa. That didn't work on him. So maybe I don't know if it's because I think he was wearing leather. So maybe that may have kind of minimized the damage from the lightning style, or it could be something else. But we haven't seen any of his jutsu or powers yet. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so just the only problems I had was minor nitpicks. The episode did a good job at advancing the plot. The whole arc that we've been in so far it's been slow paced. It's been a slow paced arc where each episode is slowly progressing the plot. However, that's not always a bad thing. Some people may look at that as a bad thing. That's not always a bad thing. Um, they're doing a great job at setting up to the future and added more details to everything that's going on in the story. And overall, it was a good episode. It served its purpose. It made things interesting and entertaining. And the fight, the little mini fight that was between Dapa and the Cloud Ninja, I thought was well executed, well done. I don't really like Dapa's character so far, but overall, I think they did a good job with that fight. And overall, the episode itself was just a good episode. Further advanced the plot. Uh, it did what it needed to do. So yeah, I can't really knock it for that. Like I said, 9 out of 10. Another good episode of Boruto, and I'm really looking forward to next week. Next week looking like it's gonna be a really great episode. Gonna see a new jutsu, forbidden jutsu, and hopefully we gonna see the continuation of that Dapa versus Amui fight, and hopefully we gonna get to see Dapa's jutsu and techniques. So. And in the next episode, maybe after Dapa ends up knocking out Amui, I don't think Amui's gonna die, but maybe if he knocks out Amui, he's going to go after Boruto's squad or whatever. I don't know if he's gonna fight Boruto. I honestly don't know. He's definitely trying to get the Hashirama cells, but who knows? He might just end up knocking everybody out and just taking the Hashirama cells. I don't know. I personally, the good thing about this is keeping things interesting in Boruto. And although I'm a manga reader, I know what's gonna happen in the manga. It's keeping things interesting in the anime with this setup arc that's setting up the manga content. But I don't know where they're going with this setup arc. So it's keeping things interesting yet unpredictable at the same time. So everything just good overall. Anyways, that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.